Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all our brand ambassadors. We welcome you. Today is Thursday, March 9th, 2023, and we are in Globally Changing Lives Deep Dive and ONPASSIVE official platform. And we are honored to have you today to celebrate the International Women's Month. We welcome each and everyone who is here, and we're going to start with one of our signature tunes played by a woman, sung by a woman, and will be played to us by one of our very own queens. Over to you, Sister P.
ONPASSIVE, the future of Internet.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
ONPASSIVE, the future of Internet. Stand clear the closing doors, please. Thank you so much, Sister Lerato Shadare Prosperity. That was an awesome introduction to the start of our webinar tonight. At this stage, we're moving to the next part, which is the mindset. And the person who is going to help us put us in the right state of our minds is Queen Jackie Warner. In case you do not know who she is, I can help clarify who she is. And she's going to talk to us about the mental part of our mindset, because our CEO has promised us the physical. Before I give you a little bit of background on Queen JW, I want to read a quote of an international female individual that I picked for her without any particular reason. And the quote from Angela Merkel, the former German president, says, "The question is not whether we are able to change, but whether we are changing fast enough," by Angela Merkel. And who is JW? Queen JW has a bachelor's in human resources and AA medical assistant. JW is an inspirational speaker. That's why she's talking to us tonight. She is an entrepreneur of perfume, cosmetics, and food supplements. She's a mother of 5 and grandmother of 8, as well as 2 dogs. Besides her lovely family, integrity and loyalty means the world to her. She loves motivating others to be the best version of themselves. Queen JW is the CEO and host of Real Talk with JW on Facebook. JW is a God-fearing woman. She loves singing, dancing, traveling, and enjoys gardening. Please, let's open our hearts for Queen JW to inspire us. The microphone is yours, Queen JW.
Yes, good evening, good evening. Thank you, Queen Debbie, for such an amazing introduction of my humble self. It's just a journey that we all take, but God is so good. I just want to welcome everyone, all the brand ambassadors, and I want to especially welcome the queens of the land. You know, all of you look so beautiful. You did an amazing job last week for those who have spoke already. And you were also so beautiful. It's so beautiful for us to be able to voice, for someone to hear our voice, for someone to hear us, because for years we were in the back. We wasn't able to speak. They say ladies, you know, was only to be seen and not heard. But today it has switched. We are able to be heard. So I want to thank Dr. Derek for allowing us to, you know, have this platform to voice our opinion. And I want to thank Mr. Ash Mafara most of all for even sharing his vision and giving us an opportunity as women to speak, because he loved listening to women. And so I want to thank you, and I want you to, you know, be attentive and listen to what I have to say this evening, because I'm going to be talking about famous women. But I know most of all of us have famous women in our life, starting with our parents. You know, I have to give props to my mom, even if she's not here, for starting the foundation, help me to stand and help me to build from there. And all the other great women, and sometimes it's our teachers, you know, people we encounter in our journey, strangers. So it's always amazing. Women are the backbone of everything. I have to say everything, because we was created to multitask. That's how we was created. That's why we can do so many things. You know, men are not wired the way we are wired. And so it's so important for men to understand us as much as it is for us to understand men also, because we are different. But tonight I'm just going to touch on two famous women that I chose, because we have several. But the two famous women I chose because they have changed the world, and they have opened gates for each and every one of us. And it doesn't matter who we are, where we came from, or race or anything. It was for humanity. And that's what our CEO stands for, uplifting humanity. So they kind of fall in the same area. And the first one, of course, is Harriet Tubman. You know, she gave her whole life to save the life of others, just to be free, just to feel to say that I can do this and I can go there. And she risked her entire life to save slaves, taking them out of the South and taking them to the North, different regions of the North, so they can be free, so they can have a say in their life and save their families. You know, people back then were torn apart. She was torn. She feared being torn apart from her family. And so she planned an escape. Harriet escaped twice, once with her brothers, but they turned back. And that could have been because of fear. But Harriet had no fear. She was on a mission because you know what she said? Wherever you lead me, God, I will go. So you see who was guiding her. Just like Ashma Farah said, that the Heavenly Father is guiding him. The Heavenly Father was also guiding Harriet Tubman through all the dangerous circumstances she faced. You know, running through the woods, not knowing which way to go. But no, she had to head north, all through the swamps, to keep her scent away from the hound dogs, because they can pick it up real quick, but I think the water knocks it off. And thank God to her father, who had showed her when they were out in the woods together, which trees and which plants and which things to eat. And that's what she did along her way. You know, God set us up way before we even walk into our purpose. And so she was already being prepared for her journey. And each and every one of us is being prepared for our journey. We might not see it. Sometimes we don't see it. But when you look back, you say, oh my gosh, that's why he did that, because he was preparing me for this. So that is so important that we stay focused. And Harriet stayed focused throughout her mission, no matter what the circumstances were. And thank God, she was surrounded around other free slaves. She was surrounded around indigenous people that wanted to help. They weren't the same, but they were for the same cause. They wanted fairness for each other. They wanted freedom. They wanted to help. And so she was helped by, they had safe houses along her way, and she made it there. And she brought, I think, throughout the 11 years, she got 300 slaves free and more. She even said, I would have freed more if I only knew they were slaves. And she went on to do other major and awesome things. You know, she fought for freedom all the way. She never stopped. Even when she got hurt, she never gave up. She keep on fighting. Imagine being stripped away from your family and not knowing her sisters ever, even in her olden age. And she contributed as she went along. When she got a little funds, even if it wasn't much, she made sure there was an old age home where she herself resided when she was ill and couldn't go anymore. So it's amazing. It's just so amazing how great and awesome women can be when we allowed ourselves to be led by the Most High. And if he could do it for Harriet, he definitely can do it for us. You know, she was awarded by, I think it was President Obama. She was a hero, a true American hero, and a true legend, because she will live on in the hearts of many, even in our generations, because of what she did. She changed things around for us. Another great woman was Rosa Parks. You know, imagine if she never said, I'm not going to sit down. My feet hurt. You know, she came in, she was born in a time of segregation when we wasn't allowed to go here or couldn't go on the school buses. We had to walk everywhere we went, you know. But one day she was just so tired and she said, you know what, enough is enough. I can't go no more. I'm tired. And she got up. But that one day in 1955, I think it was December the 1st, when she made that decision, it changed the whole nation. It changed the world. You know, we were free. We were able to get on the bus. We didn't have to walk. We was able to use it. It opened up the doors. We could go to the same restaurant. Look at it. We can go to the same restaurants today. We can use the same outhouses or restrooms. You know, so it opened doors, and these was great women, because, you know, not only did she gave freedom in that area, you know, give us the opportunity where we can have the freedom to get on a bus and sit where we choose to sit, you know. I mean, some places I know in Orlando, it has some places, well, which still is kind of segregated in itself, because it was the last state to abolish slavery, to give up, you know. But Rosa Parks, she didn't give up, and you know, Martin Luther King helped her, because he organized the boycott, and the boycott was for 381 days. So you know, that was a whole year of battle, of fighting. You know, she got arrested the first time. They say she was guilty, but the Supreme Court came around and they turned it around, giving us the opportunity to get on that bus. They saw what the NAACP was. They agreed with them, because equality is for everyone. It's just not for some. It's for everybody. And when those ladies stood up for freedom, they opened the doors for everyone. And that's why we're here today. And that's why we have so many opportunities, because of women. They push, they didn't give up, you know, and that's you're telling us that we don't need to give up, that we need to push. And there's a lot of changes that we can make today. We can be legends also. Not that we want our names on billboards and our pictures. No, but we want to leave our footprints behind. We want to say, hey, this is right. And that's what Ash is all about. He's about uplifting humanity, and we on the right train. We on the right train. We don't need to get off. We need to stay on this train, because this train is going to open the doors, the gates, where we can uplift humanity, that we can help our brother and sister, that we can help our families, that we can go back to our neighborhoods and see the things that were not right, that we was against, and say, you know, now I can make a change. Now I can do something. So let us continue to support one another. Let us stay focused. Let us stay strong, you know, and let us use the opportunity that we have to open the doors for many unfortunate souls that need a listening ear, that need someone to speak for them, that need someone to hold their hand, because that's what Harriet Tubman and Rosa Clark did. They opened the doors, and they were selfless. They didn't mind losing their lives to prove the point that they needed to prove. that everyone deserves fairness. Everyone deserves equality. It's for everyone. The Heavenly Father created the heaven and earth, not man. They only added frills, you know. So let's be focused. Let's remember those two great women that opened the doors, that changed the world. You know, Maya Angelou said, you know, just imagine if she never said no. If Rosa Parks never said no, let me tell you, the nation would not, we would have a different nation and we would have a different world. And we probably won't be here speaking. I wouldn't be here speaking today. You know? So I can't wait to hear the amazing queens talk about their journey and what they would love to do on this planet to help Ash Mafara to uplift humanity. And thanks for all women that we will continue to have a voice from now on. There's no more sitting in the back. Is no more our mouths are closed. No, we're going to speak up for righteousness and for each other as we go forth on this journey called life. Thank you so much, my beautiful queens. Thank you all, brand ambassadors, for your listening ear. And thank you, Queen Debbie. I
Wow.
appreciate it so much.
Thank you, Queen JW. You picked my two favorite women, Rosa Parks Maya, and no one beats them in what they did in history. We appreciate you sharing that with us. That was really amazing. Now, at this stage, I'm going to acknowledge all our amazing, intellectual, beautiful, gorgeous, international women presenters, starting with JW, and the next one coming up is Queen Amina from the UK, originally from Somali. Please, let's give her a hand of applause. And I decided that Queen Amina's person, an international woman who inspires me for her, is Amanda Gorman. I'm sure most of us know who that young lady is during the inauguration of President Biden. And Amanda says, it's said that ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is this: a vine that sneaks up a tree, killing not by poison, but by blocking out its light. That's what Amanda says. And I see that in Queen Amina. And who is Queen Amina? She has a BSc in degree in psychology and counseling. She's an author and drama writer, senior journalist, mental health counselor, personal development coach, politician officer representing the Black, Asian, and minority ethnic constituency of the Labour Party in Birmingham, UK, and also CEO of Hebat Media Marketing Company. Without further ado, please, let's welcome our one and only Sister Amina. Please, over to you, sis.
Thank you very much, my beautiful sisters and brothers who are in this platform, as well as I'm mother of 5, 4 boys and 1 girl, and the grandmother of 2. So I forgot, earlier. So all I want is, I don't want to waste your time, but I wanted to make it here some highlights of achievements of Somali women. So it's very short, so bear in mind. I will share with you. Hello and good afternoon, the side of my word. I hope you've seen this. So this is achievements of Somali women that I wanted to share with you. I'm Somali, originally come from Africa. I'm African lady from Somalia. So happy International 8 March Women's Day. We will start. Dr. Hawa Abdi Diblawe, Allah Rahma, she died now. She was a doctor, human rights activist, founder of Hawa Abdi Foundation for Women and Children and Elders. 2010, she has been nominated Nobel Peace Awards, and she also won Glamour Awards. She died in Mogadishu, Somalia, 2020. But she has, you know, the outskirts of Mogadishu, a big village which has been named after her. The second is a pilot, military pilot, Asli Hassan Abade, the first Somali woman military pilot in the whole African continent in 1970s. She is a great role model of Somali young girls and women in the whole African continent. Now she's alive and she lives in USA. The third is Captain Ulumo Abdullahi Diblawe. She is the first Somali woman ship captain. She was navigator and a full captain in 1980s. She is now living in Sweden, but she is a great asset for a role model for young girls and women. Now, according to her, as I have been interviewed with her last night, she applied a government job. I mean, Somali government job, and to train young girls, and she is waiting, hearing from them. Somali women are beautiful women who have just, you know, can involve any sector, whether it is a government or whether it is, you know, anywhere else. Okay? Somali women had achieved a lot involving every level of life. Somali women are entrepreneurs and business women. They are a main income earners and a breadwinner of their families. Like all the other African, you know, mothers or African women. They has become necessary due to impact of war, inflation, drought, and lack of male help, like migration, men gone, or impact of war. But they are thriving, and now a lot of them are scaling the digital world and technology like us. And now as ONPASSIVE, we are more as a Somali women, or same number as our male counterparts. The whole together, Somalis in ONPASSIVE is 700 or more than 700 and less than 800. And as a founder and brand ambassador too, as a Somali women like me. Somali women, congratulations for 8 March, and all the international women and all my beautiful sisters who are in this platform. We are saying, on behalf of Somali women, yeah, I am saying congratulations for all of you. And I'm really happy and glad to give this opportunity in this platform to highlight achievements of Somali women. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was outstanding, exceptionally outstanding. This is what we have to learn annually by bringing all the international brains together to celebrate the International Women's Day, and this in this forum, International Women's Month. And we could not have had that without ONPASSIVE. Aren't we lucky? Yes, we are absolutely lucky. Thank you so much, Queen Amina. We truly appreciate that. I've learned so much about Somali women, Power to the woman. Thank you. And at this stage, I'm going to, the next international presenter that we have is Sister Aisha Ndanusa. Queen Aisha, I give you Mother Teresa from Albania. And the quote I picked for you is, "Be kind and merciful. Let no one ever come to you without coming away better and happier." And who is Queen Aisha? She is a financial advisor. She has a degree in financial accounting and a second one in insurance. Queen Aisha currently works with an insurance company as an agency manager. Her mission and interest in life is to bring joy to those who to those who are less fortunate than she is. Please, let's welcome one of our queens who is going to present to us tonight, Queen Aisha. Over to you, sis.
Thank you very much, Sister Debbie, for that wonderful introduction. Thank you, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're connecting from. Thank you very much for coming to celebrate with us as a woman. Happy Independence Woman to all the beautiful and amazing ONPASSIVE AI women that are here with us and those connecting with us across the globe. I also want to appreciate all the men that are here to celebrate with us. Thank you very much, everyone. Today being International Women's Day, we are here to acknowledge and celebrate achievements of women through the world. These days' aim is to promote women equality by showing appreciation for women and by encouraging support for repressed women. A strong woman knows she has the strength enough for the journey, but a woman of strength knows it is in the journey where she will become strong. The sense of independence and security is very sweet. Today, globally, we are celebrating the social, economic, and cultural, political, and achievements of women in order to embrace equality. And today, my topic for today is embrace equity. I want us to embrace equity. Before I start, equity is not just a nice to have, it is a must have. We should have focus on gender equality, must be an integrate aspect of every society DNA. And it is important to recognize the distinction between equality and equity. We should stand to promote wide world, the understanding of why equal opportunity are insufficient. To promote fairness and justice, we need to stand strong as a woman for this only to work. If everyone starts from the same place and need the same thing, our aim is to promote more gender equality, world free of bias, stereotypes, and discrimination. In order to progress and relies on action, but not just from women. This should be through collective efforts in order to make progress towards an inclusive world, challenging gender stereotype and calling out for discrimination. In order to achieve this gender equality, rely on first tackling gender equity. A girl who is able to earn living and pay her way should be as happy as any other body on earth. What we need is a woman who realized herself as a woman who has her own identity, her own ability, and is free to use them. Women are the real architect of society. A woman with a voice is by definition a strong woman. We need to understand that there is no formula for how women should lead their life. That is why we must respect the choice that each woman makes for herself and her family. I have learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. The future is female. In the future, there will be no female lead. In the future, there will be no female leader. There will just be a leader. In these days, let us all commit to advocate for gender equality, to create a world where everyone has equal opportunity to succeed, regardless of any gender. After saying this, I want to appreciate every woman that have been in ONPASSIVE. I stand here today to speak for other women in my country. As Sister Debbie has introduced me, I always want to support every woman that need any help from me. And also, I'm here on behalf of the women in Nigeria. I want to call full name Sister Mary Ali and Maureen Overflow. And also we have Buki Ajayi and Zainab Kanjiwa. And also coming to Dream Team, I want to appreciate Dr. Patient Anjenwe and also Sister Debbie Makomi and also Sister Debbie in Tinglet. And also we have Sister Bridgetti. I'll have Mama Ruth from from South Africa, and Sister Larato Shadare, and Mama Ruth Peace, and every woman who are here to celebrate with us. I'm so sorry if I didn't call your name. I have you all in my heart. I want to appreciate you all. Happy Independence Days once again. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sister Debbie, for giving me this opportunity to speak about gender equity and equality. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Queen Aisha. You gave us another international perspective about the celebration of this day. How amazing is that? We truly appreciate you. I know it's about 1 a.m. your time. Let me see. I've been there. I know what it is when you have sleepless nights. I've been there. So don't tell me I don't know. I appreciate you. I appreciate Queen Amina as well, because I know with the time zone, that's why we wanted you to come first. I don't know how your schedule holds, but we have 2 things to do. I'm going to just do a little bit of update of what's happening the next couple of days with a few slides. And then after I finish, I will call on Sister Dr. P to play us a song, then we move to the next presenters. So if everyone can give us your undivided attention, we're moving to the next schedule for the evening. And please just bear with me. All right. Okay, so we're going to talk about the World Women Entrepreneur Summit, which is scheduled for 10th to 12th March 2023 in Abu Dhabi. And the registration website is right here. And this is what is coming up over the weekend. And this we got from the last webinar with our CEO. Okay. Where's my next slide? Okay, so the World Women Entrepreneurs Summit, as I explained earlier, to the right of my screen here, those are the women who will be presented there. As you can see them, and ONPASSIVE is one of the sponsors. So you have all the official sponsors here, and to the right of my screen, you can see all the women presenters who will be at that summit. And now to the agenda of the summit. Why do I have to admit and also look at my screen? The agenda of the summit, which will be held over 3 days from 10 to 12 March 2023 in Abu Dhabi, in the presence of an international elite of business women associations and entrepreneurial institutions. It will focus on the future vision of growth of the business sector in light of enabling digital transformation. And the economic opportunities will arise as a result of this transformation, enhancing innovation and cooperation and drawing a new future for businesses. In light of the aspiring women entrepreneurs and associations globally who are eager to lead the world of digitalization in emancipating a holistic approach, we look forward to your positive response and participation in our upcoming events. Hearing from industry leaders, business women, decision makers, and entrepreneurs, their successful stories of using, managing, and investing in technology. I think we heard that from Sister Amina about technology. Networking and meeting high-level global delegations, business and investment opportunities in the United Arab Emirates. And also, just give me a second, shaping on business or the United Arab Emirates digital landscape, fostering women entrepreneur and digital skills, insights about metaverse, Web 3.0, crypto, and blockchain technology, digital transformation on business post-COVID, access to financial capital to do digital investment in business. And if you want to participate in that, and for people that you know who may want to participate, the World Women Entrepreneurs Summit, which will be held in Abu Dhabi from March 10 to 12, 2023, you can pass on this information for them to register at https://www.es.ae/. Thank you so much. All right, thank you. This was just an update that came from the webinar with our CEO. that we felt will be shared, because this is happening from the 10th through the 12th, from tomorrow through Sunday. So at this stage, we're going to listen to a song that will uplift each and every one of us as we celebrate this Women's Month. And I'll call on Sister Dr. P to play it, please. Thank you.
ONPASSIVE, the future of Internet.
Wow. Hello, everyone. If you are in this hall and you have your camera on, I want to see your hand up, please. A hand of applause, Brother Carlton. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That was awesome, awesome. The lyrics, the images, the message, and the women. Thank you. That is called celebration. Celebration at its best. And now I have a quote, and this one is from Jacinda Ardern, New Zealand. She says, from a personal perspective, I am looking forward to my new role as a parent, but I am equally focused on my job and responsibilities as a prime minister. And the person I chose to give this quote to is Dr. Sister Queen Patience. She is and has a PhD in biomedical informatics, master's in public health, master's of philosophy in mathematical sciences, master's of science in applied statistics, and certificate in clinical epidemiology, bachelor's of science in mathematics and statistics, Dr. P has over 29 years in corporate America and experience as senior manager in biostatistics and programming. She also volunteers her very, very limited time in helping humanity. She is passionate in helping people, especially underprivileged children. She loves to dance, make joyful noises unto the Lord, and spends time with her family. Most especially, she is a child of God. Queen P seeks God first and trusts in Him for anything she does. She is a proud ambassador of ONPASSIVE who eats, drinks, sleeps, and breathes ONPASSIVE with a large dream to inspire others before she expires. And Queen P is a mother of several children. Please let's welcome her as she presents her opinion about the International Women's Day on this forum in 2023. Over to you, Sister P.
I did not know that was me you were talking about. And that could. Anyway, thank you, thank you. What can I say? All the great leaders of women, sorry, have already spoken. But I'll just throw my 2 cents. And the first one asks, who is a woman? Who are women? A woman, W. They are warm, they are winners, they are willing, and they are warriors. If anybody is from Cameroon, they know a little tribe called Banso. Banso was led by a woman. The woman was a warrior, led by a woman in war to take them to their current settlement where they live. And the people from Banso, both men and women, don't play with their mothers, their sisters, their daughters, their women, because a woman was the one that liberated them and took them where they start. So women are warriors. Who is a woman? Oh, optimistic, observant, open-minded, orderly, open-hearted. Women are warm, they're caring, they're nurturing, right? M, meticulous, mindful, marvelous, modest, magnificent. E, they're extraordinary, empathetic, efficient, effective, enthusiastic, encouragers, educators. And N, they're nurturing, they're neat, and they're noble. So women have many attributes such as resilient, reliable, trustworthy, results-driven, passionate, homemaker, ambition, brilliant, creativity, heroes, brave, determined, decisive, independent, kind-hearted, powerful, remarkable, smart, and the list goes on and on and on and on. We can't take all night to just say who a woman is. So this day, on March 9, when on a Women's History Month, and a day that we're celebrating International Women's Day, which the theme for this year is digital innovation and technology for gender equality. So I'm not going to talk about one person in particular, but I'm just going to list a few influential women that are training in the tech, digital tech. If you go to the digital tech trends now, these are the women that are leading. Annie Esley. Annie Esley was a computer scientist, mathematician, and rocket scientist. She worked for NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, on the Catio project, which helped make future space travel possible. If you watch the movie, The Hidden Figures, you see a lot of women that were working for NASA. They were put on the backyard. They were not even treated well. They were called human computers. They were the one breaking the code, writing the code, helping for the space travel in the US. So if you haven't watched this movie, Hidden Figures, please watch it. It's based on a true story. Ada Lovelace, she's the creator of the first computer algorithm in the mid 18th century, 1800s. So she lived between 1815 to 1852. So she was curious with how the brain worked, right? So She worked with one guy that created the first computer, and she created the first computer algorithm. Andy Lasman is the mother of Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, she was one of the creators of Wi-Fi and GPS. Rashid Sujani, founder of Girls Who Code, so women in technology. Susan Wozcicki, I hope I pronounced the name well. She is the former CEO of YouTube, and she was a senior vice president of Google. So these are women in technology. We are breaking some rules, but we are not there yet. There's still some gap, so we'll keep plodding. Rajiv Plowman, creator of the spinning tree protocol. She created the spinning tree protocol. You can read that, as I said. The Karen Spagman, she's a computer scientist in the University of Cambridge. Read on what they did. And some few Cameroonian influential women I want to just quote. Rebecca Ochondo, she's a CEO of a US-based software company known as AppTech. Professor Rose Leakey, she's the queen, they call her the queen of Cameroon medical community. She's interested in parasitic infection, especially malaria. Judy Achindi, she is the director general of Cameroon Telecommunication, called Camtel. We are making strides with ladies, but we are not there yet. And that's why the theme this year is to find for that gender equality. Because women are smart, we can do it. But since this is an ONPASSIVE platform, I want to also appreciate two ladies for making this possible. Mrs. Hashaba Mufara, Ash mother, and Mrs. Ashmanham Mufara, Ash wife. Thank you, Mama Ash, for giving birth to such a great man with a vision, and Mrs. Mufara for standing by your husband to ensure his dream and vision comes to pass. Now, let me talk about some great women that has impacted my life, okay? Because I said I was going to talk, if these women were in school or education, they must have been in the history book as well. But before I do that, I want to actually appreciate one great man in my life. My dad is one of the first great men in my life that impacted my life. My father stood by us, the females. My father is the patriarch of our family, Mr. Aboye Daniel Achwatra. He stood by us, his female daughters. My father has a lot of daughters before having male children. And I think she went on just to get male children. But the truth is that even when they say don't educate women, children, it's a waste of your money, they'll go and get married, my father educated us. He impacted the spirit of hard work, the spirit that you can do it, the spirit that we should be in technology. My father wanted us to be in healthcare, the way, so I want to say thank you. But even at his age, he's almost 80, he'll be 80 this August. I still go to my father to seek advice and solutions. Thank you. But let me go to the women in my life that has changed my life. My grandmother of blessed memory. My grandmother did not go to school, but she made sure we went to school. She supported my father to make sure we went to school. She would tell me that you can do it. You can do everything through Christ who strengthens you. If you want to do anything, put your heart to it. My paternal grandmother impacted my life as well, because she was like, why go to school, come and get married and have kids? So that made me to say that, you know what, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to school and I'm going to achieve the highest height that I can. So thank you, my both grandmother. My mother-in-law, all of blessed memory, Mama Monica B. My mother-in-law impacted my life and transformed my life from her, the way she handled her family. She was a mother hen. She was a matriarch of the family. My mother-in-law, my father-in-law used to say that I got married to one wife, but I gained 5 because my mother-in-law would gather all. She has mostly sisters and one brother, but yearly she will gather all the sisters and their children, and they will meet, and nobody will miss that meeting. That's how influential she was. To ensure that the family unit is intact, to ensure that we love each other, to ensure that we look at each other as brothers and sisters, not causing in-laws, so we're like one family. If you come in that family and we don't tell you who is an in-law and who is not an in-law, who is a cousin, who is not a cousin, you will not know. Thank you, Mama B, for impacting that giving spirit, caring spirit, unity spirit in my life. And my auntie, of blessed memory, I call him Mommy. My auntie she did not go to school, but she was a pusher. She was an entrepreneur. She was a businesswoman. For somebody that did not go to secondary school, I don't think she even completed primary education, but she was married young. She died leaving a lot of assets. So she taught us how to build for the future, think about the future, don't just eat today and forget about tomorrow. Thank you, Auntie Lydia, for impacting our lives like that. And the last but not the least I want to talk about is my mother. My mother, thank you for giving birth to me, for being there, for being a strong woman, for always encouraging us to go to school as well. Now, I want to come to ONPASSIVE. There are a lot of ladies in ONPASSIVE. I will try not to call any names because I will leave some names out and I don't want anybody to be offended. If you look from our backdrops, you can start seeing them. They've presented both on Tuesday and some of them are presenting today. So we are there, ladies. We're in technology, we're in science, because the theme is to reduce the gap in STEM. The STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We want to reduce that gap. We are making strides. So if you have female children, please encourage them. If you have daughters, encourage them. Nieces, encourage them. And cousins, whatever female you have in you, young females, please encourage them. Because they are brilliant, they can do it, and they can do it more than their male counterpart. I don't want to talk about myself, but I know I struggled to be a woman in mathematics, in an area of mathematics and technology. Because a lot of guys will say, what does she know? So, but we are making our stride, we're making ourselves be known. Let's keep working hard, let's keep being ourselves. And just there's a lot of women in history, but I wanted to focus on technology that we can talk about. From our Mama Rosa Parks to our Mother Teresa, to all of them, to our Vice President, former Vice President Hillary Clinton, that break the glass ceiling. That shows that from the First Lady Michelle Obama, giving us the audacity to hope, to dream, that we can be presidents as well, that we can be vice presidents as well, that we could be senators, that we could be what we want to be, surgeons, brain surgeons. Thank you. I will stop there because there's a lot of people that have to speak. We are so in it to win it. This is an ONPASSIVE platform. I will go with the ONPASSIVE slogan. But I just want to thank all of you for listening to me. I did not share any slide because I wanted to speak from my heart. Thanks a lot.
Wow, Sister Queen Dr. P, speaking from the heart or speaking from slides does not matter. But your message is just straight to the point. It's so down to earth, and I resonate with it, and I'm sure all our listeners do understand what you shared. I don't think there's any platform that you can go and pay $97 to get that information. And we just did, right? In most places, we'll pay more than this. So thank you so much. That was an outstanding presentation. We truly appreciate you sharing your heart out to us, especially the personal aspect of it. So you men, most of us here, I would say 90% of us here are from the global South. The global South used to be called developing countries. And we come from families where maybe if it's not your generation, the generation before yours, it was said that female children do not have any place in your lives. That is wrong, 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 and wrong. I'll leave it there. Thank you. Thank you. That's why we're celebrating this year and this month, International Women's Day. So the next quote I have is for Sister and Queen Kanla. Are you in the house? So I have an international woman for you. Her name is Aung San Suu Kyi. You know who that is?
No.
Burma, and she's under house arrest. She was the anyway, I'll give you the details later. I don't want to go into the political aspect of it, but this is a quote by her, and she says, in societies where men are truly confident of their own worth, women are not merely tolerated, but valued. Women are valued. So who is Queen Kanla? She is a human resources professional, a financial literacy educator with World Financial Group, and a proud brand ambassador and founder of ONPASSIVE company. She is Christian by faith, loves music, singing, dancing, and sightseeing. And family is everything that Queen Kanla values. Please, let's welcome her as she presents to us in the presence of all our leaders and everybody else, her perspective on the International Women's Month. Over to you, Queen Kanla.
Thank you. Thank you, Queen Sister Debbie. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. Good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you're joining us from. Wow. Thank you to all our amazing presenters, the queens that have done it before me, as well as everyone who presented on Tuesday. It has been phenomenal. And I hope my little cent that I'm going to add to this presentation is going to broaden all our perspective as well as our celebration of other women. Now, Sister P, Dr. P, you talked about the personal aspect of women in your life. I am equally going to share about a personal aspect in my life as well. And Sister Debbie, you talked about the quote, the lady you quoted for me about value. Women know your value. From the context of my background as a healthcare professional, I am going to share a little bit the context of International Women's Day. And then I'm going to tie it up together with my personal experience as well as all the women celebrated around the world. So this is going to be women and leadership and the attributes. A lot has been said about that, but I will try to limit it as much as I can. So when we talk all about Women's Day, what is the background information about International Women's Day? Well, I know we all know, but it all started as an international day in the United States back in February 1909. The following year, which is 1908, they had the second international conference of working women in Copenhagen, Denmark, where women's rights activist Clara Zetkin called for an International Women's Day to give women a greater voice to further their demands in equal rights. It was unanimously approved by the female attendees during that session. and it was made up of 17 countries, including Finland's first 3 women ministers, MPs. So International Women's Day was marked for the first time in March of 1911, and the date was fixed as 8th of March in 1913. The United Nations celebrated it for the first time in 1975, and in 1996, it announced its first annual theme, which was celebrating the past, planning for the future. Then, as we made progress, in 2001, the International Women's Day.com platform was launched to ignite attention to the day, celebrate women's achievement, and continue to call for gender parity. On the centenary of this 2011, the sitting president of the United States, Barack Obama, called for March to be known as Women's History Month. He said, history shows that when women and girls have the access to opportunity, societies are more just, economies are more likely to prosper, and governments are more likely to serve the needs of all their people. So we want to celebrate these brave women and men that have supported this journey all along, this course throughout all the years. We appreciate all the efforts, the sacrifices, and we say thank you. Around the world, countries around the globe, in major cities, celebrate this day as a national holiday with many diverse Women's Day events. Sister P talked of back home in Cameroon, as well as Sister Debbie, how it is celebrated. It's a huge event. It's a whole day of celebration. Officially one day, but sometimes it takes a week of preparation. That is the value of this day back at home. And you can imagine the preparation that goes into this day, the women looking forward to celebrating this day. The list is endless, but a few examples will be: we share gifts and flowers, the states organize national events, there are social gatherings and parties where women sit and celebrate as women. We celebrate all women. Everybody is included, regardless of gender or divisions, whether national, ethnic, linguistic, cultural, economic, or political. That doesn't count. We see each other as women and we celebrate each other. And we have all seen our ONPASSIVE video do a similar event here, celebrating not only women in ONPASSIVE, but women all around the globe. How beautiful is that? How unique is that? The love, the care. We know that we are valued. We know that we have the opportunity to express ourselves. We have a voice. And ONPASSIVE has given us that opportunity. And so I want to take this moment to say thank you to our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufare, and his wife, and his mother, and all the other women in leadership. Thank you. We are proud to be here, and we love the opportunity to celebrate Women's Day. and we are celebrating it the ONPASSIVE way. In line of the theme for this year, which is the campaign theme, which is Embrace Equity, while the United Nations theme is Digital All, Innovation and Technology to Gender Equality. Companies are urging people to challenge gender stereotypes, gender equality. They are calling out discriminations. They are drawing attention to bias and to seek out inclusion. Top 500 companies as well as middle-class business owners. Are we not lucky to be aligned with ONPASSIVE opportunity at this time? I think the answer is yes, we are. Because we are doing it on this platform, and we will continue doing it thanks to our CEO's vision. And so, from my background as human resource and looking at women leadership and their attributes, with all this, we come so much value. Why is it that we are not able to make any progress beyond where we are now? We realize that because of these barriers that are there. We have the gender barrier, we have the stereotypes, we have ourselves. Sometimes we are not assertive enough in terms of our tactics to seek for promotions. We stay quiet, we don't use our voices. We are limited in terms of access to establish networks. We don't have programs specifically for women to develop our leadership skills. And for the young girls, through education, the system, the structure is not such that educates us to be equal in terms of the our careers as we become adults in our professional fields. There are some that are still existent today that preference is they are male dominated and some that are female dominated. And so we are covered by that limitation and we fail to see beyond that level. So how can we do something different to make progress from where we are? Because the facts are there and it has been proven. There is a research, a 1997 research from the National Organization Surveys, which says that firms with more gender diversity, they tend to have more clients, higher sales value, and greater profits. Another one is the Journal of Business Ethics Studies. They find that companies that have at least 30% of women on their board of directors, they tend to be more profitable. And the Harvard Kennedy School also has added its own research and fact. They found that teams with gender balance tend to have better sales and profits compared with mostly male teams. So this is what we have as women, girls, going through to be able to fit into leadership. And the fact that this year's theme is to be able to bridge that gender gap. We wish and hope that as we celebrate Women's Day, this platform and others, us women, we will use this opportunity to stand up for ourselves, be able to do better than what we are doing right now. And so I would like to summarize this by using my own personal story, and I hope that it resonates with most of us. And at the same time, I will be celebrating the women in my life as well as the men in my life that has helped me to be where I am. How did I become a human resource personnel and how did I come to America? I was born in Cameroon, and Dr. Patience talked about the clan of Nsor, or the people of Nsor. I am from that clan. I am from there, my parents, everybody. But I grew up with my aunt, whom I call my mother. May her soul rest in peace today. She raised me. She was a career woman, but she started from somewhere. My late grandparents, may their soul rest in peace, raised her to be able to have her voice heard. She went to school, she was educated, and she became a nurse. And thanks to that, she was able to also raise us, the children, in the same way, be able to stand up, go to school, fight for equality, and be the best version of me. And so when I went through my high school, university, I had the opportunity to travel to the United States. And I came here for greener pastures. And here I am. I never knew that I would be where I am in ONPASSIVE, even in the middle of other women, leaders that I love so much, and I have learned a lot from them, and I appreciate and celebrate as well. But here I am because of that opportunity, that exposure. And the sky is going to be the limit. There was never any difference between a girl child and a boy child. We were all raised in the same home. We did all the chores equally. It didn't matter. We were all educated equally. Everyone had equal opportunities. Sometimes we used to call our aunt and mother Iron Lady because she did not give any preference to anybody. And it is thanks to that, thanks to women of that attribute, thanks to women of that courage, just like in the history I read, those who have championed this cause, I am where I am today, and many of us can relate and resonate with that. So I want to thank her from my heart. I know she's resting, but I know she's looking over me. I also want to thank all the men that have been there, my late uncle as well, who was my light while in the university. May he rest in peace. My uncles and my aunts who are still there, guiding me. I celebrate all of them, and they know that I cherish and love every guidance they've given me. And so I will end by thanking as well all our leaders, our women on the platform. Oh my, please, if I forget your name or I don't call you, it's because I'm not able to call everyone, but I truly appreciate you. Dr. P, Patience, sister, you've been my fallback. Thank you. Sister Debbie, I want to thank you. Dr. Benny, I want to thank you. I appreciate everyone, and I appreciate all of you, all our women leaders. Thank you for this opportunity, and I am willing and ready to work with all of you. Over to you.
Sister Carla, you nailed it. I did not know you had so much force in you. And as you rightfully said, in my family, I am called Mama G. Do you know what that means? Mama G is my name in my family. I don't take no for an answer. So Mama G means I behave like a general of the army.
Yes.
Yes.
Further with that. But thank you so much for that outstanding presentation. And because you have a background in HR and two other presenters that we have, including myself, I also have training in HR. This is what we have from the HR specialist. If you get the annual representation, her name is Emily Dinkins. She's the Chief of Staff and Head of Public Affairs of HR globally, internationally, to all the staff. And she says, when women thrive in leadership roles, organizations benefit. The Society for Human Resource Management, SHRM, is working with global leaders to develop modern policies that secure the lives and livelihoods of everyone in the workplace. It does not specify the gender. So I just thought it would be good to share that coming from someone who represents HR, and you have an HR background, so I thought you would find it very useful. I don't know why, but when you're speaking, I said, well, let me just bring this up and share with everyone. So thank you. Thank you so much, Sister Kanla. Very much appreciated. And I have a quote here, which I picked for our next presenter. And this quote is by Corazon Aquino. As I said, this is international. I went from Africa to America to now I'm in Asia. I just did King Aung San Suu, and now I'm with Corazon. She says, there is much that women can bring into politics that would make our world a kinder, gentler place for humanity to thrive in. Sister Dr. Queen Benny is our next presenter. And this quote I picked for her because I think it suits her. Whether she takes it or not, she takes everything, regardless of what it is. Who is Queen Dr. Benny? She holds a PhD in information technology, information security and assurance, as well as cybersecurity. Masters in information technology, information security and assurance. Master in counseling, mental health, marriage, gerontology, and education, and a bachelor's in public health. She is also a program manager, information system security manager, and information system security officer. Project management professional, certified information security manager, certified information security auditor, EC Council certified ethical hacker, certified data privacy solution engineer, security, Scrum Master accredited certification, Oracle certified professional Oracle and certificate in health informatics technology. Queen Dr. Benny is certified in 9 areas of information technology. She is a mother of 2 lovely children. She's the brand ambassador, and most of all, the wife of ONPASSIVE since March 30th of 2022. Whether you like it or not, she is married to ONPASSIVE. She talks, eats, drinks, sleeps, and drinks ONPASSIVE. She's been on 10 webinars today. I'm sorry, I'm saying that because I met her in all those webinars. I sign in when I'm leaving, she's signing in. When she's signing in, I'm leaving. So I know where she's been today. Let's welcome the queen and wife of ONPASSIVE in our forum. Over to you, our next presenter, Dr. Benny.
Whoa. You guys know me, right? I am someone who likes to scream. I like to scream. I like to scream. Greetings. Yes, greetings. Well. Happy International Women's Day. As you guys know, Women's Day is every day. It is not only this month, it's every day. You know why? Women, they breastfeed, right? They're wives, they're everything. They're aunties, niece. Women, they're everything. Okay. As you guys know, I am, anyway, Doctor, I want to thank each and everyone first before I can proceed with my presentation. The first person I want to give thanks to is someone that you guys don't see. You don't see, but the person is beside you at the moment. Do you guys know who the person is? Our maker! Our maker! Queen Debbie, you got to give me some time. Thank you. I want to thank our God, because if it wasn't for him, all of us, we will not be here at this moment. The air that you breathe, you inhale and you exhale, it's because of him. That is why we are here. This, our maker, sent somebody to us, our visionary. Because of this visionary, that is why I'm seeing each and every one, all the brand ambassadors here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this amazing webinar. All right, it's time for me to present. Sorry. I am going to share my screen, please. Hopefully. All right, all right, all right. I hope I can see everything. Okay. Presentation modes, yeah, perfect. All right. ONPASSIVE Women Celebrating Women. Kidding me. Okay, great. Okay. So, what is a woman? Woman, the female human being distinguished from man. An adult female woman, a person, a female attendant to a lady of rank. A woman is a wife. A woman refers to an adult human being who is biologically female that is capable of bearing offspring. The nature, the characteristics of feeling often attributed to women. If you know who you are as woman, you will walk with power and authority anywhere. Woman is co-creator with God. Only God and woman would be desiring to make more humans. Most men are content with one child, especially if this child is a boy. That is all men care about all over the globe. That's the way I look at it, especially from Cameroon. They only like male, female. Anyway, God pulled her out of original Adam for a reason and endued her with secret that no one knows. Thus, she can support a president or any country, a farmer, a teacher, etc., Japanese, Chinese, Hausa, engineer, pastor, etc. She got it like that. To know those secret, contact our maker, right? Many don't. So go round and round in cycle and failure, and some beat her harshly. She has all the tools in her, especially if she stays in prayers. You know, I always say that women praise a lot. Oh yes, they spend most of their time praying. That goes away. They're praying. All right. All highly successful men since Adam, Abraham, President Kennedy, President Obama, President Trump, President Martin Luther King, President Mandela had a woman by their side. Look around. Why? most truth speaking, men know the impact of the woman in their life. A woman's power is so enormous. Some men are consciously invoking that spirit. You can see how creative and influential they are, to the point of changing a country's law. Woman, no, you. Once you do and use your power correctly, the family, country, and the world benefit. Has it ever occurred to you to think why some societies can't expand population without women, yet suppress women? Celebrate and honor women daily. A blessing even comes with it. What is a woman's real purpose? Although every woman's personal life purpose will be different, a woman's true life purpose is in general, really is to create, not to destroy. It is to leave your family and friends with more hopes, love, and emotional resources than they had before. It's to live your passion so that you can be an example to others. It's to find fulfillment. So what makes a woman important? Is it the type of clothes she wears, food she cooks, or man she marries? History has often looked down upon women as little more than mothers and wives. Nevertheless, women were important long before the campaign for women's rights became popular. They have been the driving force behind some of the greatest inventions and discoveries in history. But the widespread view of a female's role remains simplistic. It is only because of relatively recent developments such as women's vote that the societal regards of the woman has begun to change. What is the value of a woman? Wow. The value of a woman as equal to a man first seen in Sumer, an early Mesopotamian culture, which reached its peak around 2800 BC. Women there could run businesses, become priestesses, and act as judges in court. They could even become scribes, a job almost always given to a man in Asian culture. While most girls were trained to become strong housewives and good mothers, the right allotted to them in Sumer were the first of their kind, culture that arose in the Fertile Crescent after the fall of the Sumerian rarely gave women rights at all. The forward-thinking Sumerian were literal millennia ahead of most civilization in terms of women's rights. When the Sumerian civilization collapsed around 2000 BC, the ideas of feminine equality collapsed with it. Women were second to men for almost 4,000 years. Can you guys believe it? 4,000 years, my God. At which point, the campaign for women's suffrage gained momentum. About halfway through the 19th century, women internationally began to push for the right to vote. It will take nearly another century for American women to gain right to vote, but the rise of prominent figures such as Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony in the United States, and Emmeline Pankhurst and Emily Davison in Great Britain helped drive movement further. These women were revolutionary. Without them, women may never have gained suffrage at all. Their actions showed that women were not the fragile personalities so often ascribed to them throughout history. The greater public now view women as women, had a hope to be viewed for generations, that they were just as strong, as powerful as men. Ah, my goodness. Whoa. So, while women have held different roles throughout the history, they have often been less than equal to their male counterpart. However, women have always been important, whether a priestess in summer or protesting suffrage in the 20th century. What makes a woman important has not changed over time. A woman is not important because she is rich or pretty. She's important because of her character. Women who raise children and run households contribute just as much as to their communities as women who hold political offices. After all, the next generation of young girls will grow to be the strongest women yet, and society needs to be prepared for that. I respect all the women around the universe, to all our brand ambassadors around the globe. But most importantly, there is a woman. We do have an important woman. All right. The women that impacted my life. My mother, my beloved mother. She's of late. Her name is Teresa Chumbo Tinglet. She is the sweetest mother in the universe. She breastfed me, and I miss her. My grandmother, Maria Siri Chumbo. Can you guys believe that I taught my grandmother how to dance Makusa? Yes, I did. Anyway, my elder sister, Ima Tinglet, she brought me here. And she sent me to college, and she brought me to United States. So, but guess what? Most importantly, the women who impacted me in 2020 when I joined ONPASSIVE. The mother of our CEO, Mama Hasheba. I want to thank you, Mama. I want to thank you for bringing our brother, who is a visionary, to all of us. I want to thank our CEO's wife, Mrs. Mufare, Ashmahan Mufare. Thank you so much for supporting your beloved husband. It is stated that in every successful man, there is always a woman standing by his side. There are a lot of women also here within ONPASSIVE that impacted my life. I do not really want to call their names, but there's one person, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have been here. Dr. Helen Akonji. It's because of her that I'm here. I want to thank all our women on this amazing panel. I love you guys. I want to thank all the women all over the globe. Today is our day, but every day is our day. And it's going to continue until all of us leave this world. I want to thank, most importantly, our tech sisters in Hyderabad and in Dubai. Thank you so much, Queen Debbie, for giving me this opportunity.
Dr. Benny, it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. You can let it out. You can let it out. Thank you. Thank you. When you see the theory, that's because it's coming from the heart. And we acknowledge and appreciate from head to toe, as Dr. Seuss will say, for children's books. Even if you do not have a child, you must have read that to a niece, a nephew, a neighbor's child that they left with you, so you should know who Dr. Seuss is if you are living in America or somewhere besides the global South. Thank you, Dr. Benny. We truly appreciate you. I promise you we're not going to take that long, but I want to acknowledge each and every brand ambassador who is currently in the forum with us. We appreciate you. We thank you for coming to join us to commemorate this 2023 International Women's Month celebration on Deep Dive. And I can see what all the leaders here, all of them, and all the brand ambassadors. I see them. I can see Brother Michael Ojongtandia, they're smiling. But most of all, we have one special presenter. The one special presenter for the night, I assigned her, Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu is an Indian famous person, woman who inspires me when I read her work. And she says, a country's greatness lies in its undying ideals of love and sacrifice that inspire the mothers of the race. And this I dedicate to Queen Lily Lane, who is so beautifully and gorgeously dressed for the occasion. Queen Lily Lane has a Master's of Science in Administration and Supervision, a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, and an associate degree in Secretarial Science. Prior to retiring from the federal government in 2014, like me, Ms. Lane worked as Regional Human Resources Director. That's why I read the script earlier, because with several of us in the same pipeline. Deputy Director, Associate Director, Administrative Officer, Budget and Accounting Analyst, Employee Relations Specialist, and Training Officer as HR. We all do that. Currently, Ms. Lane volunteers with Orange Grove Missionary Baptist Church and serves on the Finance Committee. She is one of 14 children, a mother of 2 daughters, and a grandmother of 3 girls. Please let us give this opportunity to our Queen Lily to inspire us on this day for the women. The floor is yours, Queen Lily.
Thank you, Queen Debbie, for that introduction. When Dr. Patient taught, I really could have just added my name to her presentation. And I have decided this afternoon to talk about my mother. And I want to talk about her because when I think of the word mother, it is the best loved name anywhere. She is a loving mother of 14 children. That's a lot. That's a lot. She was the wife of one husband, and the reason I say was because my mother's gone on. She was the kind of mother that understood whatever need we had, she could deal with it. And I recall when I was in college and I became ill, and it didn't matter what the doctors did for me. The only thing I wanted to do was to go home to Mama, because I knew when I got to Mama, things was going to be fine. And it really was. She knew how to make ends meet. We have never been hungry and didn't have food. In fact, this may sound strange to some of you, but the first time I have ever had a sandwich, I was in 8th grade. My mom prepared 3 hot meals every day, every day. So to have a sandwich was a big thing to us because we'd never had that before. We always knew that Mama was there. And when I say Mama, it's hard to talk about Mama without including Dad. So anything I say about Mom, Dad was part of it. When he would come home from work, the meal was ready, never had to wait on it. And they believed in education, told 14 of us to go to school, get a good education so you can get a good job. And all 14 of us went beyond high school. Mama was a God-fearing Christian woman. She would spend Saturday nights preparing for Sunday church. We had 3 sets of clothes. We had Sunday clothes, we had school clothes, and we had play clothes. So on Sunday night, I can remember her prepping the dinner as well as preparing our clothes for Sunday church. And one thing about them, they knew where we were at all times. We could not talk about going to spend the night with anybody because we couldn't reciprocate because there was not enough room for somebody to come and visit us. She was kind-hearted and she had the spirit of giving. And I can recall when children would come to our house and say that their mother sent them over to see if they can get some meal or rice or grits or eggs or whatever. And my mama would always send so much. And when they would leave, I said to my mom once, I said, why do they need you to give them something when they have less children than we have? So my mama said, God is blessing us in order that we can bless somebody else. And when ONPASSIVE started talking about, oh, bless, I immediately reflected upon my mother who was doing that kind of giving and being a blessing to people. She was very quiet spirit. And one of the things that she did is, well, let me say this, in the city where we were living, we were the only, we had no relatives there. It was the 14 children, mom and dad. So we didn't understand why we couldn't do certain things because I guess we've been sheltered. But they would teach us games. And I don't know, I was talking to one of my sisters this afternoon and I said, do you remember the games that Mama used to teach us? And she said, yes, she taught us how to play jackstone. She taught us how to make a checkerboard out of cardboard. And not having any checkers, they use soda ball tops. So I said, well, how did you distinguish who tops were yours? One part would turn the tops over, and then the other would turn the tops down, and that's how they knew the difference between them. So anybody out there that checker players and want to take me on, I'm ready. Then she created another game called Jack in the Bush. And we did that with peanuts, Jack in the Bush. So I don't know, I never seen it in the book, so I'm assuming that those games were made up. So checkers wasn't, but the Jack in the Bush was. She was a mentor, supported our dad. She was a strong woman. So I want to just kind of wrap her up by sharing this with you. There was a woman one day in the kitchen preparing a meal, and her little child was in the basement playing. And as we do sometimes, we began a meal and sometimes we need an ingredient that we didn't have. So the mother hollered down in the basement and said, Mama's going to run to the store to pick up something. He said, okay, Mama. Well, what happened is when she left, she didn't realize that she left a dish towel near the hot cap on the stove, and the house caught on fire. Well, the little boy realized that the house was on fire and he attempted to go out the door in the basement, but the fire was too strong. He couldn't go that way. But there was a window in the basement and he tried to reach the window, but he was too short. So he looked around in the room to see if he could find something. There was a chair in the room and he took the chair and he took it over to the window. and he stood up in the chair. He still couldn't reach the window. Began to continue to look in the room, and he saw a encyclopedia. He took the book over and put it in the chair, and he stood up, and he still couldn't reach the window. Well, the song went on to say that it's getting hot now. And if he didn't soon find a way out, it was not going to be a good ending. So he kept looking, and in the corner, there was a Bible. He took the Bible, and he went over to the window, and he placed the Bible on top of the book. And he stood up on the Bible, and he was able to reach the window. And he said, Mama told me that if I stand on the word, everything will be all right. And I said that to say that that's what we were taught in our home, to stand on the word. And as he got out of the window, his mother drove up in the car, and she said, my son is in the house. And he said, no, here I am, Mom. So he was running to his mother. He said, here I am. And that reminds me of my mother and my father saying, here I am, Lord, use me for your glory. Help me to help somebody else. And I want to say this evening to all of you, people who love people are the greatest people in the world. I want to say thank you so much for being a part of this. I have learned so much from attending the webinars that you all have been putting on, and I look forward to many more. Thank you, Engineer Mike, for attending, and all of the men for supporting us. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Queen Lily Lane, you nailed it. Here I am, Lord. It is I, Lord. Thank you, Queen Lily. That was an amazing presentation, an amazing, amazing presentation. It's International Women's, and you talked about your mom. This is an international forum. She is an international woman. Every woman and every brand ambassador listening resonates with you. We appreciate you and we thank you. Wow, so Queen Lily is the last presenter for tonight. And we're going to continue the celebration next week because we said this is the month of March is the celebration of women. So next week, Tuesday, we're going to continue with those who did not present today. And that includes me, by the way. I whispered it, Engineer Mike, I didn't realize you noticed that. So, Sister Dr. P.
Yeah, present.
Okay. Oh, I'm glad you're able to acknowledge your presence. But first of all, I saw in the, are you ready?
Born ready.
Oh, yeah. That's a borrowed phrase. But before I get to you, I want to acknowledge our other international leaders who signed it from the Asian side because of the time difference or Europe. I see a lot of them here. We acknowledge you and we thank you for supporting us today in this celebration of the International Women's Year of 2023. Yes, Queen Sister Dr. Benny.
Sure, Queen Debbie, the reason I raised my hand up is because I want to really, despite the fact that I'm thanking all the women, I want to thank all our men, all our brothers, because I love all of them. Thank you, Engineer Michael, Brother Vitel, Brother Carlton. Hey, most importantly, Dr. Derek, where are you, man? Thank you. It's because, sorry, let me shut up. Thank you. Okay, never mind. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sister Queen, Dr. Benny. Dr. Derek is taking Dr. Derek is doing what Dr. Derek does best, helping each and every one of us. So at this stage, I am
taking
going
a
to call on
sabbatical.
Sister Dr. Benny. The women have hijacked the platform.
Lovely. peace, blessings, enough, holy, and plenty love. I honestly didn't know that Brand Ambassador Lily Lane could present so marvelously. Oh my goodness. Brand Ambassador Lily Lane. Wow, that was awesome. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Thank you very much, Brand Ambassador Lily Lane. And you look fabulous. Fabulous. Mercy. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. But just looking at so many lovely ladies, it has been a treat listening. It has been a treat just you know, in a more relaxing mode during a webinar and have so many eloquent persons present. It was so awesome, and I thank you all, women. We might have to continue this next week. Hey! Because I get to understand that few people did not present Tuesday. So we might have to continue again next week, Tuesday. All right, thank you very much. And Brand Ambassador Debbie, awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dr. Derek. I thought you had a cold, but I'm glad your voice is up and alert, and you are still alert and around here with us. We appreciate you truly. At this stage, Dr. P, fire.
All right. Before I play one of our songs today, I just want to acknowledge Dr. Derek that put this song together, or the images. Thank you, Dr. Derek, for a beautiful presentation. Let me share my screen.
Du même endroit. I can hear you, Jerry, but I've got nothing on tonight.
In Kigali, she wakes up, she makes a choice. In Hanoi, Natal, Ramallah, in Tangier, she takes a breath, lifts up her voice. In Lahore, La Paz, Kampala, though she's half a world away, something in me wants to say, we are one woman, you cry and I hear you. We are one woman, you hurt and I hurt too. We are one woman, your hopes are mine, and we shall shine. In Wallace, she speaks the truth. She reaches out, then teaches others how to. In Jaipur, she gives her name. She lives without shame. In Manila, Sultan, though we're different as can be, we're connected, she with me. We are one woman, your courage keeps me strong. We are one woman, you sing, I sing along. We are one woman, your dreams are mine, and we shall shine. We shall shine.
And one man, he hears her voice. And one man, he fights her fight. Day by day, he lets go the old ways. One woman at a time.
Though she's half a world away,
Hand of applause, everyone. Hand of applause. Listen, there are several forums that you go to, platforms in ONPASSIVE, and you do not get such images within a couple of hours. You do not get that. It's either what comes from corporate or nothing. So we are honored and privileged to have someone who can create that for us. And we give credit to Dr. Derek for doing this. And he hid this from me. I didn't know about this one. I knew about anything else but this one. So it's a very, very nice, pleasant surprise to all of us. So this is the end of the presenters for our International Women's Day. And I want to give a special shout out to all our presenters, Sister Queen Amina, UK, Sister Queen Aisha, Nigeria, Sister Dr. P, New Jersey, Sister Kanla, Maryland, Sister Queen Benny, Maryland, and Sister Queen Lily, Georgia. Probably got it wrong. But I want to, I thank each and every one of you for the presentation today. And most importantly, I do not want to forget, I'm saving this for the last, JW, our Queen Mindset speaker for the day. We appreciate you, JW, with your grin right there. St. Martin. We see you. Thank you so much, Queen Jackie. We appreciate you. And we appreciate everyone who signed in, who is in the background and did not say anything. It's not because we couldn't call your name. It's because we just wanted you to hear what our presenters had to share with you. At this stage, I want to say it's time for questions and discussions for anyone who has anything for any of our presenters. Okay, I see a hand up. Brand Ambassador Yusuf from Somalia. I know I saw Brother Abdi and all of our other Somali leaders in the forum. Brand Ambassador Yusuf, you can go ahead and unmute yourself, please.
Good morning, the old woman.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm okay, madam. My wife is died last month of Congo DRC. Is left for 4 children. I'm Somalia. Again, before my wife died, I'm come Somalia because of my mother. My mother's died. After my mother's died, after 2 months, again, my wife, I'm left of DRC Congo. It's died last month. My children now is DRC. Me, I'm now Somalia, Mogadishu. But me, I'm Brand Ambassador. I want to, all of them, you want to pray God because you want to put safety place because now it's day for women. Maybe next month again I want to go back of the children of the DRC because someone your died wife is the problem, but mother is the owner for children. Father, sometimes you are moving. Father, sometimes you are going very far. But mother, you want to keep children. But problem, father is very far. Mother, you are keep them children, and mother, you are died. Is the problem. Children now, no happy. But please, I want to beg an old brand ambassador. You want to Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, Brand Ambassador Yusuf. Our sincerest condolences. If I can summarize, you lost your wife and your mom, and the children are in, and the children are now, you're in Somalia, and they passed away while they were in Congo. Our sincerest condolences to you. We're truly sorry for your loss. And I don't know how to put this, but we appreciate the fact that you took the time to sign into a webinar as a brand ambassador after your loss. So that is dedication to the cause of ONPASSIVE. And we hope that you're going to, when ONPASSIVE launches, you're going to benefit the fruits of your patience in being in ONPASSIVE. Sincerest apologies, sincerest condolences for the loss of your wife. And I hope that you're still able to take care of your children. Thank you. Sister Dr. Benny.
Sister Queen Debbie, I just want to read a note from the chat. I don't know if you've seen this one. It is from Wilton, Brand Ambassador Wilton. May I read it?
Yes, please. I haven't looked at the chat until now that you're bringing.
Sorry. Oh, sure. Thank you so much. Hello to all my beautiful and adorable queens, brand ambassadors. I must let you all know how delighted I am be in your company tonight. You all have shown how important roles you all have played in our lives day in and day tonight. I applaud you all for the terrific presentation and for reminding us all that you have found your true place in the society, but especially in ONPASSIVE, the place we all call home. Congratulations, ladies. Ladies, the world will be very lonely place without you all. Love you all. See when I see at the top where you all can't be stool. Best regards. So this is from Brother Wilton. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sister Benny. Don't go away. Don't go too far because we'll be needing your services. Thank you, Brother Abdi Allah. So, ladies and all brand ambassadors around the world, great to be here from Brother Abdi Allah. So, thank you so much, Brother Abdi. Over to you, Brother Mike. And after that, Queen Benny, if you have maybe 5 or 10 minutes to take the next hands. Thank you.
Sure.
Brother Mike.
Hello. Good evening, everybody. Welcome again. I just want to thank all our presenters for tonight. I had a very big spirit in me, but Yusuf just brought it down. He lost his wife last month, and he's telling us that the kids are in Democratic Republic of Congo, and he is in Somalia, very far. Abdi, I don't know. Yusuf, sorry, you have your leader. Your leader in ONPASSIVE is Abdi. Okay, Abdi also, if you don't have his contact, I have Amina and Yasmin. Also, you can check on them if you have their contacts, maybe on Facebook or wherever, so that we can connect and see what kind of help that you need. It does something that calls for concern. I'm sorry about that. I just want to thank all our speakers. Logging when JW, Jacqueline Warner was talking. So that's from there I pick it up. I picked up what Aisha said. I picked up my sister Kanla. I picked up my sister Debbie, the HR family. I also picked Lily Lane, HR. I picked up my sister, Dr. Patience and Dr. Benny. Beautiful. All of you people, what you people say is very touching. I'll always, all the time, 99% of my time, be with a woman. You know why? I was raised by my mom single-handedly. So I know how it takes and what happens. I know how it feels. If people who used to call, they see me, oh, why are you always to your kids? I want to give them that life that I never had. So I'm so proud of my mom. I'm so proud of all you women here. I'm so proud of all the women in ONPASSIVE, all the women around the globe. I will always support any woman cause, any day, anytime. I am what I am today is because of my mom, okay? She brought me up the way I am today. Respect for women, respect for everything that you see, appreciate people. Those are the characteristics that I got very intimate from her. And she was a beautiful, tall, Black woman. So I don't look like 100 of her, but I just love her. I'm thankful to that I grew up to be the person that I am today. But she's not here to really see me, but I know she's watching over me. I was her most favorite child. She was just like a grade 2 teacher, then went to grade 1, and she could sponsor me in all the most expensive boarding schools because I had something up here. So she did not, she said, no, even if to go naked, I'll go naked for you and give you that education that I know that will empower you. And I'm so proud I took that too, like I went through it. So all the women, I celebrate you all. Any cause that you people have anywhere, any woman cause, just call me. Aisha, I heard you. So any woman cause, you just call me. Oh, the women, let me tell you something. You people are so well dressed today. If you people appear every day in webinars like this, I will appreciate. Let's use this your month. That you people are so well dressed. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Engineer Mike, not just for acknowledging the women, but for sharing your experience with a woman in your life who is your mom, and also taking care of our brother who lost his wife and the children are somewhere else, and geographically he's somewhere else. I'm sure our Somali leaders will find a way to support him. And if need be, they definitely will reach out to us. Thank you, Brother Mike. We truly appreciate that, Engineer Mike. I want to acknowledge and thank our brand ambassadors, Rosner Romeo, Trinidad and Tobago, Sister Verona, and brand ambassador Francis Tay of Asia Pacific, who are here with us. We acknowledge you and we thank you for being with us. So from here, Sister Dr. Benny, I'll pass over to you so I can take a quick, you know what. And if you need a break before I return, you can pass it over to Sister Queen Bridget if she's around. Thank you, Sister Benny.
No problem, Queen Debbie. We appreciate you. It's okay. Thank you being our host for tonight. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Engineer Michael. You're cool, man. You're a cool man. Yeah, man. Sorry. All right. Thank you so much for all your help. We appreciate you. You have done a lot being an asset within this company. We want to thank your mommy for raising you. Yes, we appreciate mom. Okay. Brand Ambassador Violet, please unmute yourself and share us your excitement, or if you have any question, please, we are here to serve you.
You're here to serve me. Wow, that sounds good. I just wanted to say thank you to all the women that spoke. I mean, the education is unreal. I feel like, I just barely made it through high school. And as far as anything else goes, all my education has been from experience. And experience is a rough teacher. Anyway, just wanted to thank you. You guys are amazing. I love the hats. I love how you're dressed. You look so amazing. I was thinking I should wear something Ukrainian, but I don't think I have anything. And oh well. So yeah, just want to say thank you. And it was a very educational day, evening, whatever. And thank you for being up all hours of the night to accommodate us. And God bless you. And I'll just be quiet. Good night.
Good night. We want to take this special moment to thank you, Queen Violet. We appreciate you coming here. We love you as well. Thank you. Brand Ambassador Lonnie, please unmute yourself and share us your excitement or anything about Happy International Women's Day.
Pleasant evening, everyone, to our moderator who was on earliest, Queen Debbie, and now our present moderator, Queen Dr. Benny. To all the wonderful ladies, the beautiful queens, you guys are so immaculately dressed. Oh Lord, I am so happy to see all of you here this evening. And I must say it was such a very, very, very good evening. The presentations were extremely good. I was informed, I was challenged. I was so impressed. I am blessed to be amongst you guys, to know that I am a part of this family, to know that I am a part of you wonderful queens. Oh Lord, I just love you. I just love you. Sister Amina, Sister Aisha, Dr. Patience, Sister Kanlia. I hope I didn't mess your name there. Dr. Benny, let me say you again, Sister Lily, and our speaker earlier, JW, Sister Warner. I just love you. I appreciate you. It was an excellent night, and may you continue to shine. You are just beaming, and I am happy that we have made it on Passive together. So let me also take this opportunity to say condolences to our dear brother. I'm very, very sorry to hear of his loss, and I pray his strength, that God will help him to overcome this. You are indeed phenomenal women. Great. Have a good night. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Queen Lenny. We thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you, your mommy, your auntie, your nieces, nephews. We appreciate each and every one. And my condolence to Brother Yusuf. I just want to let you know that because you are a brand ambassador, Obless is going to take care of your children. You know that, right? Obless, we will be there for you. It's okay. May her soul rest in perfect peace. In fact, she is no longer in pain, right? Your wife is no longer in pain. Your mother is no longer in pain as well. May their souls rest in perfect peace. Amen? But we need to take care of your children. All right. After Dr. P, Sister Aisha, you proceed. Brand Ambassador, our dearest Queen, Dr. Pat, proceed.
I really don't. I'm with Engineer Mike there. Our brother yourself will just dampen the mood, but we hope you will leave here encouraged today. We hope you leave here knowing that you're part of a greater family. And we hope you leave here knowing that any help you need, reach out to anybody. So we hope that somebody here, I see one of our brothers from Somalia too, his hand is up. can help you reunite you with your children. Yeah, I was going to say something else, but when you speak, I just actually totally lost what I was going to say. But we are together. Your pain is our pain. Your smile is our smile. Your gain is our gain. Let's keep working together hand in hand. Stay encouraged. Know that the joy of the Lord is your strength. And there's nothing impossible for him to do. You'll be united with your children if that is your soul, your heart so desire. As I said, I will just stop because I had something else to say, but once you speak, I just said that I might just talk about we are together. We know you might be paid now, but it's going to be a short while. Sister Benny, I will just pass it back to you. As I said, I've lost strain of my thought, but I felt the pain from that brother. It came from the heart. And she was trying to appreciate his mother and his wife, but it's still raw in his heart that he lost the wife. We appreciate you for thinking about them, even in blessed memory. Thank you, Brother Yusuf.
Thank you. Sister Aisha, could you please proceed?
Can we try to call Brother Abdi Alaso? Maybe he wants to say something in that regard.
Yeah.
Okay, can I go ahead? Or should I go ahead?
Yes, please. Proceed, please.
Thank you very much. I want to appreciate everyone who have come here today, most especially our men in the house. Thank you for staying with us. And I want to appreciate our brother from Somalia who lost his wife. May Almighty Allah give you the patience. May Allah give them an ease and pleasant journey and shower blessing on their grave. And I pray the love of God enfold you during your difficult time, and He help you heal with the passage of time. So sorry for your loss. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. Once again, I want to appreciate Dr. Derek, our gentleman in the house, who is always here for us. I want to pray that may Almighty Allah continue to protect you for us. Thank you, Dr. Derek. And while I was presenting, I know I also forget to appreciate our CEO, and I want to appreciate him for all he has been doing. May Almighty Allah continue to give him more wisdom in order to take this company to the higher level where he desires this company to be. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Vater. I want to appreciate you for always being here with us. So I really appreciate you. I know I won't be able to call everyone because also Mr. Captain Clark is there with us. Thank you, sir, for staying with us this time. And also Engineer Mike, thank you for always being here with us. And I want to appreciate your generosity towards humanity. Thank you once again for always coming to grace us. And well, that is all. Thank you, Sister Jacqueline Bonner, for presenting. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Benny, for allowing me to speak. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night. Yeah.
Good night. Good night. Sister Bridget, could you please proceed?
Okay, thanks, Sister Aisha, for that presentation. Brother Vitel, do you mind if I ask Brother Abdi Alaso to speak? I don't know if he's trying to talk about Brother King's.
Thank you, sister, for letting me in. I was actually in a hurry because I'm going to a Friday prayer.
Okay.
Surely we belong to Allah and we shall return indeed. And I'll give my dearest condolences to my brother Yusuf Ado and his wife. And we're asking, it's a Friday here. I'm going to the mosque now, and I'm asking the congregation to pray for his wife to have the highest place in for Jannatul Firdaus in paradise. And I know Yusuf is part of our Somali communities in ambassadors, and it's something that needed to be the passing of his wife, but we will talk about it and we will do our best to support the kids in the DRC. And we thank him for telling us here for this opportunity to take that, and it will be okay. And also I want to thank take this opportunity as well, since I'm here, that it's a privilege to participate last Tuesday and today about a great woman of our society who always contribute, as our brother Elia wrote, without them, we wouldn't be nothing without our mothers and sisters and wives. And we appreciate for brother Dr. Derek and Dr. Betsin and sister Benny, Dr. Benny, and also my other sister, trying to catch her name, the presenter of the show, and all the other ladies, the ones who give the presentation and all that. We thank them. They show us how really capable they are to show their great contribution to society. And really, it was a great webinar, and we're looking forward for the next one, and also the one that is coming tomorrow. I think we're already on Friday here in Australia, but on your side, it's still on Thursday everywhere else. But for the women entrepreneurship in Abu Dhabi, we also looking forward to see the outcome and what will be how women will be able to take advantage on the movement to the digitalization of the world, and to take that opportunity to empower themselves and do more contribution to their household and in general around the world. Again, we thank you so much. I'm really happy, sister, for Bridget Nakamsi to give me the opportunity before her. And I gotta go to the mosque now, and it's a Friday here. Thank you guys, thank you ladies, appreciate you. And my brother Yusuf and all the other Somali community, we will do something about for the kids in the DRC. It's a long distance between Mogadishu and DRC, but we will have a private chat to find out what we can do to help. Thank you, ladies.
Okay, thank you so much, Brother Abdi. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, so the next person would be Brother Vitel. Could you please
Yes.
unmute yourself?
Yes, I'm totally unmuted. To our brother who is grieving, who has just lost his loved one, I want to give you my sincere condolences. Also, whatever we can do to help, I guess we're gonna do our best. So whoever has information on him, if there's a way we can contribute to monetarily to help him, please let us know. And I will be willing to do that. So again, my sincere condolences, and just be strong, my brother, and take care of yourself. It's like I was having a good time until until I just got blown away by that. Somehow I feel touched when I can hear a man crying and grieving like that. Touch my heart. Anyway, as they would say, we move on. And so what a wonderful evening we've been having here, and I could use a lot of adjectives to describe what I'm hearing here. I'm blown away by all the presenters. Adjectives that I could use would be sensational, splendid, super fantastic, fabulous, and I could go on, and I was sit here and I just sucked it in. And I looked at all the women, how beautifully dressed you are. Oh boy. Sister Lily Lane. I love that green outfit you have on there. And I heard you talk about your mom and 14 kids, and you mirror my mom because she had 14 kids also. And your mom was an expert in checkers, and mine is at 96 years old and soon be 97. She still play her dominoes. and I play with her all the time, and she even trash talk me while she's playing. And so I have fun playing with her and having fun with mom, who grew me up to be the man I am today. And every time I get an opportunity, I always speak about her. She was that enforcer in the family. She was that kind, prayerful lady who just keep us all glued together. My dad was there too, and he was that kind, loving man. And he got an accident and got killed in 1975, I think it was. But both of them were very instrumental in our lives growing up. 14 kids, and every time I get an opportunity to talk or to write, right now I'm putting a piece together about lifting up humanity and putting shelters together for battered women, and also to attack hunger and starvation. And my mom is the introduction to my presentation. So I appreciate her so much and love her so much. Queen Debbie, I mean, what can I say? I love your hat. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. First Lady, Dr. Benny. Where am I? Whoa.
I say, I'm here, man. I'm here.
I kind of lost something here. Oh, I just got lost. Something happened to my computer here. So, First Lady, Dr. Benny, very good presentation. Love your hat. And I could, Queen Bridget, beautiful hat there.
Thank you.
Carla, love you very much. Presentation was right on the money. Dr. Patience, what can I say about you? You're always there for us. Very patient. That name fits you so well. And love you so much. Queen Aisha, Queen Jane, and Queen Kanla, and Queen Amina. Everything was so well presented and so well dressed, and I love you all. And so I want to say how touched I was to listen to all these wonderful women making their presentation. And JW started it off. JW, where are you? I hope I see you. Can't wait for you to come back to Florida so we can have a bite together again. All right. Always uplifting us in the forum. And started out, in cricket, you have an open bat. And you are the open bat. You understand cricket. And so you started off everything on the money. And I just love everything. But I want to say in my family I had about 4 people in the medical profession. And my youngest sister is a doctor. She lives right here in Florida, in Orlando. And I remember when at the age of 7, when my father passed away, she She said, you know, when she grew up, she wanted to be a doctor. You know what I mean? And by the age of 25, she had finished medical school. And she's practicing medicine today. And so I want to focus a little and talk about two women that shaped the medical profession as it is today. And the first one was, who is the first woman in medicine, was Dr. Elizabeth Blackwell. I'm sure if you guys do the research, you'll find her. She was a British American physician, the first one in the medical profession registered in the General Medical Council for the United Kingdom. She was born in 1821, 3rd of February, in Bristol, the United Kingdom. And she died in May 1910. And so she was the pioneer, one of the pioneers in the medical profession. Women pioneer. And the second one was Rebecca Lee Crumbler. And her last name was Davis. And when I looked at before, her surname was Davis. And then I looked back and said, man, this lady looks like my mom, because my mom was Davis. You know, but she was born in 1831. And coincidentally, today, March 29th, is 128 years since she died. She passed away. And she was a Black lady, first one in the medical profession, received her medical degree from New England Medical College at the age of 33, and remained the only African-American woman to receive a degree from that school since after a while it merged with the Boston University in 1891. And so that was the beginning of women in the medical profession. And I know we have a lot of nurses and in this forum, but women are now dominating the medical profession. You know, in 2021, 37% of active physicians in the United States were women, up from 36% in 2019. In 2019, women made up the majority of medical students in university in the United States for the first time in history. Okay. And so women are now dominating the healthcare industry. 80% of all healthcare workers are women. Sadly, however, fewer than 20% hold key leadership positions. And that's an area that needs to be worked on. And so by 2020, women account for 66% of all entry-level healthcare employees, which was an increase of about 3%. So these are some facts, things that I think you should know as women in the medical profession. I think I just touched briefly on these two women. And on behalf of all the women in my family, I have 7 sisters, all the brand ambassadors, Mrs. Asma Fari, Mr. Mafari's mother, all the women, all the qualified women and that dream team that Mr. Mafari put together. I mean, I've seen so many PhDs that my eyes are dazzling. And how we have a dream team, mostly women. So, as I told you last Tuesday, when I did a little talk about women in business, you know, women they're always winners. You know, they're more patient than us men. You know, they are more conservative in their investing. I know in the medical profession, you know, they're just tearing the men apart. Women are going to dominate the medical industry for years to come. And I want to really lift my hat to all the women in this forum. Thank you for this wonderful presentation. Thank you for educating us, men. You know, and I just want to let you know that one of my first projects that I'm working on on behalf of Oh Bless is to put some shelters for battered women in my native Jamaica. Women who have been abused, and that was my first project. And it's all being worked on right now. And I want to say on behalf of my wife, my mom, my granddaughters, my sisters, blessings, blessings, blessings. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Brother Vital. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you always. So the next person, Mamodu, I saw your hand up earlier. Are you still there? Mamodu, could you unmute yourself?
Is Sister Debbie in the house? Before we take
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
Brother Mamadou,
Okay.
Mamadou, before you start
Go ahead.
talking, I just want to
Sorry.
officially close out from YouTube now. So for all the
Sister Bridget, just give us a second. Yes, she's Brother Mamadou, just a moment, please.
and today, are you doing this or am I doing it?
All right, bro. Greetings again once more to all the brand ambassadors who are currently signed in with us in person, on the webinar, virtually and otherwise. And especially this message is for our YouTube viewers. We did leave a message to thank you for joining us today on YouTube and to say that we're going to end the YouTube streaming at this stage while we continue. And we look forward to seeing you again next week for the continuation part 3 of celebrating the International Women's Month. Next week, Tuesday on this forum, and we have several other forums to celebrate with the Dream Team on Sunday, and after that, it will be deep dive again next week, Tuesday. We appreciate you, we love you, and with ONPASSIVE hugs, we'll say bye for now, and we'll see you again next week. Thank you. Can we proceed, Sister P?
Yes, thank you. And for those on YouTube, if you want to join, because this is a public meeting, you want to join on Zoom, I have put the link there. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister P. And for all brand ambassadors, if you have any YouTube channels, please, this is a time to put your links in the chat so we can subscribe to your channels and like and watch your videos and your posts when you post them. So please, anyone, each and everyone, every brand ambassador who has a YouTube channel, this is the opportunity to remember to put your link on the chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all. And now back to you, Brand Ambassador Mamadou Jallow.
Yes, good evening to you all. Good evening, Sister Debbie. though I'm in the middle of providing care, but I just want to appreciate you all for helping us highlighting the role and the way the role women have played in shaping our world. I really appreciate, I enjoy all the speakers, and I thank and praise the speakers who presented this night. And I also want to use this opportunity to acknowledge my mom and appreciate her for what she has done for my life and my family. And to also appreciate my wife, who has beautiful 2 daughters, who is raising them on my absence while I'm here seeking greener pasture. I really appreciate her, and I thank her very much for what she has done and still doing for our family. And I also want to just express my thanks and appreciation to our CEO's mom and CEO's wife for what they've done and still doing for our lives all. And without further ado, just to thank you all. Thank you. You've done a marvelous job. May God bless you for helping us and highlighting the role our brother, our sisters, mothers, aunts, and all women in the world have played. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Wow, thank you, Brother Mamadou Jallo. We appreciate it very, very much. We appreciate having you always, and we know you work, 24 hours to help your extended family, including your wife and 2 children, and that's a blessing. Not everyone has the stamina, but you do. We appreciate you. I just saw Queen Rose and Queen Verona. Those are our other leaders who are also here with us. We appreciate you, and we appreciate you. I will have you speak after our brother Ricky Runner.
Hello, everyone. Good night. Good night.
Good night. How is Toronto?
Toronto is Toronto. Toronto wants a kick right now from this cold to something warmer. That's what Toronto needs right
you
now.
better think of joining Dr. Derek in Florida.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that, but by the time I get down to Dr. Derek, Toronto could be back to normal again. So I'll save myself some gas money, because gas is very high just to get down to Dr. Derek these days. Anyhow, it's nice to be on the forum again. And I must say, if a man could have 100 wives, all you ladies would be my bride. You look so smashing tonight. So smashing. I cannot take my eyes off Miss Lane and the Queen outfit that she has there. She reminds me of the Queen when she came to Canada. She looks so royal. All she needs now is to just do the wave. That's all she got to do, and we will take her for the Queen. There you go. There's the wave. There's the wave. But what I want to say is that it is so imperative that today's society still look down on women for one purpose: to be a mother, to be a home care provider, to be a nurse. But society is not giving women the credibility that they can be an entrepreneur, they can be a prime minister, they can be a president, they can be a person to lift the country. I always say that here in Canada, I am sick of the men being politicians. We need some women politicians. I listened to the speakers and the presenters here tonight, and they do it so elegantly, so gracefully. You will not believe how smooth a country will run if we have a few women in politics. So I, for one, believe that a woman is more than just a home take care of, or a woman is more than just to give me my children for the future. A woman was taken from a man's side. She has all equal rights. She can do just as good as a man and sometimes better. We men, as the saying goes, and a lot of men will agree with me, we men think with the smaller head, but a woman think with the bigger brain, which can process more information, who can see stuff from all different angles and come at you with one. She come at you with a problem with the right, and then she slap you with the left and say, did you not see the solution coming at the same time? Bam. You understand? I feel that today's society really needs to change the way of thinking and the role that we allow our women to play in. Our women today need to be given the recognition that is long overdue. I remember watching a movie where they had a crisis where the Apollo was about to land on the moon. I can't remember the name of the movie. And it was a movie where this Black woman, they had to go find this Black woman all the way down at the bottom of some bunker where they had the women working to solve the problem of landing the Apollo on the moon safely. And when I watch that movie, I tell myself, look at this, I'm not looking at color, but all the men in the room couldn't figure out the solution to the problem. They had to go find a woman who was a mathematician who can solve the equation faster than the IBM computers they had in those days. And yet still, we push our women into the background. It's like, we see you, we don't need to hear you, you only come out when we need you. Our society needs to really look at ONPASSIVE and see how the ONPASSIVE woman today can do much better than the woman in the past. The woman today is well educated. You ladies today are well educated, and you ladies represent a company that I will say I am proud to be part of. So hooray, up and up to the ladies today. You guys did a beautiful job. And again, if I could have 100 wives, I'll take all of you.
Ha! Oh, Brother Ricky, 100 wives. Jesus, God forbid that will never happen. But wishes, I'm not going to go in that direction, but that's a very nice wish, which means you truly cherish your mom, your sisters, your aunties, and your female brand ambassadors, as well as any female entity in your life, including your kids, if you have any who are female. Thank you. Thank you. We love you, and we always admire your contribution each time you sign on. But please, if it's freezing in Canada, give up the gas and get yourself to Florida and warm up. Right. Oh, okay. Before I proceed, Queen Sharon.
Well, hello there, everybody. What a great,
How are you?
Hi guys, what a great webinar it is tonight. And although that tonight is a celebration of women, and we're still celebrating women, part 2 of our International Women's Day, I thank you, all you leaders, Queen Debbie, Sister Debbie, and everybody out there. But I just wanted to say thank you to the men that is here with us tonight. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for remembering us and remembering your moms and your sisters and that. Like, what a beautiful story that you have told us tonight. It is so great that you came and you shared your stories, and you're here to support us women. And yes, it's true. If it wasn't for us women, you wouldn't be here. But it's so great that you're here with us now, and you recognize that. More men need to recognize and that women are very important in the world, not only in the work world, not only in society alone, but we have come a long way, but we are still fighting the good fight. Right? It's hard to believe that we're living in the 2000s and we're still fighting. Like the US, they're trying to take away women's rights all over again. It's like we take 5 steps forwards and then they put us 10 steps backwards. Like, what's up with that? So I'm so happy. Again, I know this webinar tonight is supposed to be about us women and we're celebrating women, but I am so happy that all my brothers here in ONPASSIVE is thinking about us and is on our side and is celebrating us and putting a shout out to your mom that is here now, your moms that are in heaven now. But you know what? Mom is the word. Moms are always looking after us. Moms are always there to support us. No matter what happens, mom is there. My mom still checks me. She's in heaven. And when I think about doing something wrong, which I try not to do anything wrong, of course, but when I think of certain things or my girls try to talk me into doing something and that, I always think, I'm like, look, I don't know about you guys, especially these younger kids. You know, they don't think about that. They don't have as much respect as us older generations. Oh, what? I'm 50 again, by the way. I'm not talking about older generation, but you know, I always like my mom still keeps me in check. You know, I was brought up, unfortunately or fortunately, I was brought up with the, you know, the wooden spoon and the slipper and stuff like that, you know. And so when I think of doing something wrong, I hear my mom's voice. It's like, hello, and the look. I was brought up with the look. Kids these days don't know nothing about the look. My nieces and nephews, I train them that they know the look. Auntie Sharon gives them the look and they're just like, okay, I better straighten up. Like, how many kids these days don't know that? And it's hard because our parents and our grandparents were brought up a certain way and society has changed us and we have to change with the times. You know, the police and the government has taken away a lot of parents' rights and stuff like that. And so some kids, you know, they're like, oh my God, you know, I'm just gonna call the police on you, mom. Kids like, I want to go out and you're not gonna let me out, so I'll call the police and scream that you're beating me up. And next thing you know, the parents are in jail and fighting and the kids regret it. But it doesn't matter. You should not change how you think and how you have to make sure that your children, keep your children in check and make sure that your children respect women and respect themselves and common sense. I don't know when we lost common sense in this world, but common sense and chivalry is dead. So I always try to instill that on our young people, try to make them think that, you know what, you want to be a man. My grandfather taught me that a man is only as good as his word. If you don't have your word, you don't have anything. So you need to make sure that you let these young people know that, you know what, you need to make sure that you speak the truth and you have your word, because otherwise people aren't going to trust you. People are not going to be there. And we need more men to step up to the plate to A, honor their women, and to B, teach their young men. And I can't remember when Men of the March is a good thing, and that we will honor you men like you're here today honoring us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Queen Sharon. We always appreciate having you and your observation and your remarks about the day, especially International Women's Month celebration on the Deep Dive platform. I know Canada is not the best weather for you, but you always make an effort to show up. And you are blessed with a wonderful mom. Thank you for being part of this platform.
Sister Debbie, but again, this is all about us women today. But how much do we love our brothers tonight by coming here and supporting us and being here for us and speaking to us and honoring their mothers and their sisters and that. Like, I got all teary-eyed listening to all my brothers talk tonight. Thank you.
Brother Vito, one of 14 children, and the same thing with Engineer Mike. I didn't even check on Brother Carlton, But I was going to just say hello to Queen Amal, then I'll check on Brother Carlton about his experience with a significant woman in his life. Brother Carlton, are you, Queen Amal, are you in the house?
Props to my brothers.
Queen Amal? Queen Benny, seems she left. Queen Amal, are you still in the house? Okay. Sister Irene, before you leave, please say hello before you leave. Queen Irene, say hello, then you can leave.
Hello, 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 everyone.
Good to hear your voice.
Yeah, I was just here in the background. Don't have my video on because I came home from work. I'm so tired. And I'm going to be going back early in the morning. But I enjoyed everyone. Oh, my God. That was awesome. You know, and I want to appreciate all our brothers that are here supporting us. You know, you make us feel special, even though it is our day. But, you know, we thought we'll celebrate ourselves because we don't think that anyone can celebrate us more than ourselves, but you guys have proven us wrong. You are here to celebrate us, and we really appreciate that. And I just want to extend my sincere heart condolences to our brother who lost his mom and wife. You know, on a day like this, when we are all here giving a shout out to our moms and sisters, and, you know, him coming to just not able to say it, losing two important women in his life is so heartbreaking. But we all know that God cannot give you something that you cannot handle. So he is going to be strong, and the Lord is going to comfort him. He's going to provide him with all that he needs to give her a befitting burial and to take care of the kids. And feeling emotional myself. Anyway, we wish him all the best, and we will want to give him support. So for whoever that is still here, if he is still here, just let us know how we can support you, and we will be there with you. We have you in prayers. And so, my dear sisters, you all look awesome today. The attire, oh my God, look at Queen Debbie's hat. Wow, take me back home. Queen Debbie, when you're tired of that hat, please send it to me. So thank you all very much. And may I ask for excuse to go to bed because I have to leave early at 6 a.m. to go to work. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Queen Irene. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next webinar. I'll just say for now, I'm going to call two of our other leaders. Then I'll say something and we'll call it a day, and hopefully you'll stay with us for the after party. But for now, please, I want to call on, without any particular order, Queen Rose and Queen Verona. I see you are still in the house. Please say a word before we move to the next segment of the evening. Queen Rose and Queen Miriam. Sorry, Queen Rose and Queen Verona. Yay! I can see the faces. Awesome. I'm so happy to see you. Your co-hosts, both of your co-hosts, right? All right. In any order you want to go, it's up to you.
Royal greeting. I just want to say we're in a moment in time where women are being acknowledged. We're in a moment in time where women are making themselves known. We are not becoming. We are, that is what we were created to be. We are not becoming anything. We are already royalty. We are already queen. We are already sisters. We are already international family. So we are not becoming that. So let us start accepting the fact that we are our most powerful being on earth. We are together. We are the one that replenish the earth. It's biblically stated that we came from the ribs of men. But let me tell you, without us, women, there's no replenishment on this earth. We came from their ribs, but we give birth to them. And we continue to give birth to men. Not men in general as a sex, but men on this earth. I want every woman on this platform to take a moment, just one moment, to think of how powerful they are. Those who are mothers, we carry another human being inside of us. We are built for this. We are built for this. And since we are celebrating International Women's Month, I want to take another moment to think that we, women, we got an entire month. An entire month. We got a month in the day. Hey, men, I can't say nothing to want to, but we deserve that. We work towards that. We earn that. So we just ask you to stand at our side, not behind us, because we're not standing behind a man. We're standing beside them. So we ask that you stand beside us as we rise in position, our rightful position as women of this earth. Ladies, you look fantastic. You look fabulous. Well, let me tell you, you look more fabulous and more beautiful when you work internationally. And that is to support each other, each sister in different parts of the globe. Thank you.
Oh, Queen Verona, you nailed it. Side by side, side by side. Thank you, sis. I appreciate you honoring the invite. I appreciate you coming, and I appreciate hearing your voice. You don't know what it means to us having you. It means a lot. It means a lot. Thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate your word, and not just your word, but your time for being here with us, especially this month. On Tuesday, you were here, and seeing you again today is an honor. Thank you, sis. Thank you. Queen Rose. Before I call you,
Hello.
I have a brother who is in Malaysia, and he's been awake, from work. Let me just see if he's still here. Brother Francis Tay. Brother Francis, are you still in the house? If so, your co-host, you can go ahead and give us a quick word. I know.
I'm at work. I'm on the road.
Oh, you're on the road. Okay.
Yeah, greeting to all. Thank you for allowing me to speak a while.
You're welcome.
I salute all the women here, as well as the men that supported the women. We are make a new creation in God, so we are together. Especially those who have a wife, appreciate the woman in the house, especially your wife. Don't wait until your wife is gone, then you know that you have to double up as a father and mother of the house. Like I have lost my wife 6 years ago. Now I still appreciate her. Every time when the world celebrates International Women's Day, I always thank God that she had made me who I am today. Without her, I would not be able to move on with my 2 children. So I thank God for you women. You are the as I say, you are the Esther of ancient days, Queen Esther in the Bible. They are willing to stand up for humanity and stand up for his people, her people. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Brother Francis. We really appreciate you. You're on the road behind the wheel as always, and you're still able to sign into the webinar. Hello, everyone. Just for those of you who do not know, Brother Francis is one of our leaders in the Malaysian Asia Pacific Forum. He's the host there, and he also is on the other one, which is the Singapore ONPASSIVE Passion for Singapore and all that region. So for him to join us and be here, we truly honor him, not just for that, but he knows what it means having a woman in his life, because he lost his wife, as you heard, and he's now the mother and the father of the family. So now he appreciates, he always used to appreciate having the wife, having the mother, having the mother of the children there, but now it's even more so that she is gone. He's the mother and the father for the children and himself. So you see how important it is and relevant. But nature, life, we have no control over it. All we can do is have our beliefs lead us to the next forum. So thank you, Brother Francis Tay. Now I'll go to Sister Roseberry, Queen Rose.
Hello to you, my Queen Sister Debbie. Hello, everybody. It is so good to sit here. I was sitting behind the cameras and I'm listening and I'm watching everybody do their thing. You all look awesome. I hear the men telling you, but I'm telling you from a woman's point of view that you look awesome. Absolutely incredible. It is my belief that God took the strongest rib from Adam's rib cage. You know, that one that is holding up all the others so they stay in place. Yeah, I think God took that rib from Adam to make a woman because of the creative and intuitive attitude of a woman. You know, that's in the rib. Because Adam was perfectly made. Women are compromising, but firm. Yeah, that's in a man too. Or it should be the leading factor in a man. Women have that because of the components of that rib. And especially when a woman knows who she is and what she stands for, she will be firm. It is not in a strong, God-led woman to give up, but guess what? She knows when to let go. Women are specially made. You know what? I truly admire a woman who does like engineering and mechanics, you know, building construction, and those who drive the heavy units. I would always have to turn and look at a woman who passed me in a trailer or some sort of truck. You know, it is just refreshing to see a woman taking on what the world classify as a man's job and being successful at it. However, when it comes to being in her own space, at home, around the children, no matter how strong, she has to be out there. And how firm she has to be out there in the working world, in the public. A woman is a delicate creature, very delicate. And she can be super strong. And I absolutely admire women for the different hats that they wear so well. Yes, those that you have on tonight looks perfectly fine, looks awesome. But when it comes on to the real world, women has to have to wear many hats to survive in different situations. And I just want to take this opportunity to tell you that I appreciate you so much and that you should keep your heads up. We know that we face a lot of pressures sometimes, but guess what? Women are built not to break. God saw to that because he knew that the woman has to stand side by side with the man, and even when he feels weak, she has to be the strength. So I want to applaud you all tonight for your presentations and your encouraging words and your inspiration. It is refreshing from my end. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak on your platform.
Oh, Queen Sister Rose. I feel so empowered listening to those sweet, kind words and observation, not just from you, but from Queen Sister Verona as well. You are part of this international family, and the fact that we are celebrating it together means a lot. Thank you. I'm so thankful to the to our Creator for giving us this opportunity, especially good health, because I know we all have our challenges, but now we're here just today. Let's stay in touch as always. And I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. I haven't done any presentation because I can't. So this is our month. So I remember a lot of things. It's awesome seeing you. Thank you. And every woman in your life have blessings from all of us. Thank you, Queen Rose. And please, for each and every one of us who is still here, if you can and are able, do not go away. Stay with us for the after party. And I'm going to call on the men. They will be the one challenging us because on Tuesday, the women did the after party. But today it's going to be the men doing the after party just to support the women in the cause. But I will have to call Brother Patel. How are you, Brother Patel? Are you here with us? Oh, Patley, Brother Pankaj Patley, are you here with us? We've been chatting back and forth. Okay. Waiting for him to get ready. Queen Sharon, you still have your hand up.
I do still have my hand up. Am I unmuted? Yes, I think I am.
Yes, I sent you.
Sorry, there's my video. So first of all, I tried tonight because I love all you African women with your beautiful headpieces, your scarves and stuff like that. I'm a Canadian, I'm a munch cake, don't know much about wrapping my head with that. So earlier today, I went to try to buy a scarf. I got this one, but I haven't learned how to wrap it yet. I asked them, like, don't you have one that's already wrapped and stuff with all that fancy do that I can just like put on my head and stuff? They're like, yeah, we do. You still got to adjust it and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, I need to learn how to do it. I'm a promoter for theater, dance, music, film festivals and stuff like that. And I've been to a lot of African shows and that. I remember when I tried to, I was doing the Nollywood Film Festival. And I'm like, I want a head wrap. but I couldn't buy it because I couldn't figure out. I'm watching all these YouTube editorials, try to figure out how to wrap your head and stuff like that. I gave up. I just like, you know what, I'm me. I went out to try to find a nice African getup, and like I'm like at that time I was 120 pounds soaking wet, and every store I went into, they just kind of looked at me and sized me up and down, and they're just like, you're too mega. We don't have anything for you. I'm like, what do you mean you know, this is in Canada, Toronto, by the way. They're looking at me and stuff like that. I had to go to like, I don't know how many stores before I found a beautiful African dress. And then some of them, a lot of the African dresses, they're so beautiful and vibrant and a lot of flowers and stuff like that. And I wasn't sure if I could rock that. And but when I put on a nice African dress, I felt like an African queen. And I was just like, yes. And I went to this African drum show and I looked so beautiful. And I was just so proud of myself with my African dress and that. But the head wrap, hopefully when I meet my sisters here on ONPASSIVE, maybe you can teach me how to do the head wrap thing. And this is as far as I got. I'm like, I got it on my head and I got it tied. I don't have the fancy ball thing up here yet, but eventually I'm working on it. Still got to watch a lot of videos. But that's not why I jumped back on here tonight. I jumped back on for two reasons. One, I learned recently that Women's History Month is different in the world depending on where you live. So right now for the month of March, it's for Women's History Month is for America and for the United Kingdom and for Australia. And I don't know about the rest of the world, but Canada, apparently we celebrate Women's History Month in October. So we got a whole year to celebrate. We got to find out when the rest of the world does it. Maybe we can just have a webinar almost once a month to celebrate us women. And also I got on here because of Dr. D, Dr. Derek. If it wasn't for Dr. Derek, I wouldn't know none of you people. Dr. Derek was the one that introduced me to this webinar, and he was the one that talked to me on the phone and told me that, you know, Sharon, you got to come to a webinar and stuff. And I've learned so much from Dr. Derek. He is such a beautiful person with a big heart and a big smile with all his bow ties and all that, and his bling bling. Like, he's just so beautiful, and I laugh. I wonder if he had a grandmother like my grandmother. My grandmother used to always say, only a shoemaker sits down and works. I never ever seen Dr. Derek sit down. On these webinars, he's always standing up, he's always moving, he's always like dancing and stuff like that. So to Dr. Derek's mom, thank you, thank you, thank you for giving us Dr. Derek. Dr. Derek is a blessing to us, and I love you, Dr. D. Thank you so much. I'm so happy I met you. I am so blessed. We are all blessed with your knowledge and your strength, and you're always there for us, and you're always there for words of encouragement and blessings and peace. What does Dr. D always say? Every day I send him a message, and that I get, well, we get peace, love, and blessings. Back to you, Sister Debbie.
Thank you very much, Sister Sharon, Queen Sharon. Just in case you do not know, what you're seeing is nothing. You're only seeing the headpieces in terms of the African regalia or traditional regalia, because when I say African, it varies from north to south, east to west. Because Amina and Yasmin, their outfits, if they were to stand up, including Aisha, what you will see is different from what you're seeing, including us. Look at Kanla, look at Queen Lily, look at Queen Kanla. You're not seeing anything. If we were to stand in full, the entire, from head to toe, what you're seeing is nothing. So don't worry, ONPASSIVE is bringing it to us. We just have to be patient for the rest of it to unfold. And for Dr. Derek, he's busy doing what he does best. Thank you so much for acknowledging him as well. And we appreciate you as a woman and everyone in your life who is a woman and has impacted your life. Thank you. Okay, at this point, I want to say, if, where is Patel? Brother Pankaj? I know I was with him this morning in India. Pankaj Patle. Okay, maybe he's working. All right, at this point, I will say I want to acknowledge and thank. Please pop up, Dr. Derek, please pop up. Dr. Derek Clark, where are you? Yoo-hoo! I know you're here. Dr. Derek. All right, this is the moment of truth. Oh boy, Dr. Derek.
Queen Debbie, while we are waiting for Dr. Derek.
Yes, sis.
Yes, from the chat, as we get into the after party, we have a very special request in the chat for us all the women, and this request has been sent to us by none other than Brand Ambassador Wilton Brightson. His special request, he says, this is a special request to all beautiful and gorgeous ladies, sisters, mothers, and wives on this platform and around the world. Lead me on. That is the title. Thank you.
Okay, since no one is speaking, please, I have to take my rest now. Thank you, everyone. It's already 4:40 a.m. here. Let me go and rest a little bit. Bye-bye, Sister Kamla, everyone. Good night. Good morning from here.
Thank you as well, Queen Aisha.
Queen Aisha, you see what I go through when I'm in Africa? So when we're out there, I have to go to sleep around 9 or 10, get up 2 hours later to join the webinar at midnight. That's what Queen Aisha is doing. I did that for a couple of months. It's no fun. But on the other hand, when there's a will, there's a way.
There is a way.
Thank you so much, Queen Kanla. All right, I want to just say that at this stage, we're going to be moving over to the next phase of the webinar for the night. And before we do that, I want to check on Pankaj Patle, if you're still here with us. Unmute yourself, but if you're not, it's okay. And I see you're not here, so I'll move on. I want to acknowledge our brother, our king, and the head of this platform, Dr. Derek Clark, for the encouragement he has given each and every one of us, directly or indirectly. And I know it's only 45 of us left on the platform right now. We acknowledge you and we appreciate you. Oh my goodness, we're still on YouTube. I thought I stopped it already. Dr. Derek, are you here? Dr. Derek? All right.
Hello.
Okay. Dr. Derek, are we still live on YouTube? I thought it was stopped already. Okay. All right, YouTube viewers, if you're still on, please, this is the end of the webinar for today. Join us again next week for the continuation of our live streaming of the celebration for the International Women's